Hey YouTube, this is going to be a video on a budget casual version of Spiral Spear Strike structure deck. So this is what you get when you buy the structure deck. It originally priced is 500. You need like 3 copies, so it's going to be 1,500 gems. But there's also another deck included in this one, and it's also a structure deck, the Dragonmaid one. This one is also 500 per. You're going to need 3 copies. You can get away with 2, but I would recommend 3. And I'll show you what the deck looks like once you buy those 2 things. And you are going to need to craft a little bit of things. Nothing SR, you are only rare and commons. Regardless, this is the deck. I'm going to be going over card for card. Black Metal Dragon, you need to craft this. The reason this is in the deck is because when it's sent to the graveyard, and it's sent to the graveyard very easy by Link 1, Guard Dragon Pitsy, we can search out Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. So the combo is you normal summon this card, you go into Pitsy. Since metal is sent to the graveyard, you can search out Darkness Metal from your deck. Then you banish the Pitsy because Pitsy doesn't really do anything. It's just there as fodder. You special summon Darkness. You special summon back your Black Metal, and you can go into Erratic Seal of Heavenly Sphere. It's a very simple, basic combo. It's just a 1-card combo. That's why it's in here, and it's pretty good in Dragon decks. Next up, we got 1 Ash Blossom comes in the bundle. 3 Chamber Dragonmaid comes in a Dragonmaid structure deck. This card adds you a fusion spell or a trap that's a disrupt. This is the fusion spell, Dragonmaid Changeover. Cool thing with this also is that it just fusion summons any dragon. So you can even fusion summon your Gaia with this spell. That's the main reason I ran it, because we want to be able to get into our fusions as quick as possible. The trap is a disrupt. You can bounce a card your opponent controls, a dragon card you control. Also, you can banish this card from the graveyard, special summon a Dragonmaid from your graveyard. It's pretty cool. You only need 1 or 2 copies. We're running 2. Next up, we got Artillery Catapult Turtle. You can tribute this card, special summon a Gaia or level 5 dragon. Best targets to special summon are the only one Gaia in our entire deck. It's Gaia the Magical Knight, along with Curse of the Dragon. This card's actually really amazing. Actually, both of them are pretty amazing. Let me talk about them. When Gaia special summon, you can special summon a dragon, a level 5 dragon from your graveyard or your hand. Good effect. Curse of Dragon is when she is special summoned, you can add a Gaia spell or trap from your deck to your hand. You only have 2 targets in the deck. You have the field spell, Galloping Gaia, which essentially just adds you more monsters. It adds you a level 5 or adds you a Gaia. Or you can search out the fusion spell, which is pretty good because when you fusion summon your Gaia monster, he's going to be huge. He's going to be 52 attack and he can attack twice. Kind of scary. This is a very OTK heavy deck, which means that you generally win in like 1 or 2 turns. But even if you do go first and you're not like able to attack since you went first, you can still set up disrupts, as I'll show off in the replays. Besides that, we have Dragon of Ice. I do want to talk about this. This is, I think, the best level 5 dragon besides Curse of Dragon. Now, there is another one, and here, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Curse of Dragonfire, this is included in the structure deck. I see people run it in builds on the internet and whatever. This card sucks. Yeah, I can see why they run it, because you can fusion summon with it. The only problem is, yeah, you can only fusion with monsters you control, and that's about it. It's pretty bad, especially why would you run that when you can run this card, which searches you out a fusion spell, and it's just, you just get more advantage. Dragon Eyes can be special summoned from the hand or graveyard as long as your opponent special summons, so kind of can protect you in some cases. Another card you can include instead of this guy is you can include the green Dragonmaid Parlor. Very cute card, very powerful. You send a Dragonmaid card from your deck to the graveyard. The reason that's powerful is because if you send a trap, you can special summon a Dragonmaid from your graveyard. If you send the spell, you can just return your monster back to the hand, add the spell to your hand. So you do have a couple options, but this is what I ended up choosing in a deck. I might change up the ratios later as I add in more powerful cards that aren't budget. Regardless, yeah, we got 3 Darkness Metal Dragon. It's searchable through Black Metal. You can just special summon a dragon in your graveyard. A cool combo with this card is the Fusion Gaia, which is like the boss of the deck. Essentially, he loses attack when you use his effect. He loses 2,600 attack. So sometimes he's going to be like 0 attack, right? If he happens to leave the field, whether you use him for, I don't know, link material, or he just dies from battle, and you have darkness, you can just special summon him back, and then his attack is back to normal, and you can pop another card. Moving on to the spells, we got 1 Raigeki. It destroys all monsters. It's a pretty cool card. The main reason we run Dragon Shrine is because if we have Gaia in our hand, and when he is normal or special summon, we can special summon a level 5 dragon from our graveyard. Dragon Shrine essentially just searches out that dragon. We get our combos going. It kind of speeds up the deck a little bit. It's included in the Dragonmaid structure deck as well, so you don't need to craft it. Only one of the fusion spell for Dragonmaid because it's really, really searchable, and you only really need one. It just keeps coming back over and over. 3 of the Sprial Fusion. This card's very, very good, especially since like it boosts up your monster, and then your monster can attack twice. You can usually just go for game just with this one card alone. A Gateway of Chaos only searches out one monster in this entire deck. That is Gaia. So essentially you just have 6 copies of Gaia, which actually isn't bad because the next card, Galloping Gaia, requires you to have either a Gaia in your hand or a level 5 dragon in your hand in order for you to get like the free advantage and a free card every turn. So with that, we run 6 level 5s and we run 6 Gaias. So our chances of having either one along with the field spell is pretty high. We have Forbidden Droplets, which is a bundle card. It's pretty powerful. I think I used it in one of the duels and it helped me win. Infinite Imperm, it's like a hand trap, but it can also be set to like negate a monster effect and potentially a spell. And 2 Dragonmaid-To-Order. You can cut this down to 1 if you want. Looking at the extra deck, we got Curse of Dragon, the Magical Knight Dragon. I don't like this card that much. That's why we're only running it at 1. It's cool if you need it to push for more damage. Essentially, you just summon this and then you grab back the fusion spell and then you just fusion again using monster in your graveyard. It gets you 2,000 extra damage, so if you can go for game, it helps you. Next up, we got Sky Galloping Gaia, the Dragon Chamber Knight. I don't like this guy. I think this guy's pretty bad. Essentially, when he attacks, he just changes the position of a monster. He searches out Spiral Spear Strike, but I don't think that card's worth running because it's kind of like a brick. It's not good enough. And the best one, the best Gaia, this guy, Gaia the Magical Knight of Dragons. This guy can destroy a card during either player's turn. Really cool. I mean, that's essentially all he does, right? But that's a powerful effect. It's a disrupt. It's good. And I mean, he's kind of generic. You can just bring him back from the graveyard if he dies. So I like that. Next up, we got the Dragonmaid engine. House of Dragonmaid, you're not really summoning this monster, mainly because her effect's kind of garbage. You're going to be summoning this one, Dragonmaid Changeover, who, by the way, works perfectly in this deck because you only need a level 5 or higher dragon. And guess what Guy needs? Yeah, that's right, level 5 dragon. So just running the level 5 dragons, it works. It has really good synergy. This girl is, during the standby phase, you can special summon a Dragonmaid from your graveyard. Also, she's an omni-negate. She negates anything. Very cool. You can end on her. You can like stop Raigeki. You can stop a monster effect. I like her. I like running her. 2 Guard Dragon Pitsy. We're only running this for the Darkness Metal combo because we don't want to banish our Black Metal Dragon or Chamber Dragonmaid to summon this big dude. We'd rather banish Pitsy because Pitsy doesn't really do anything. Next up, we got Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. This monster is a disrupt also. Also, when it's tributed, you can special summon a dragon from your deck. Best targets to special summon are Darkness, Cursed Dragon, or Chamber Dragonmaid, because they get you cards. And the final card in our extra deck is Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. Honestly, you only need 1. I know I have 2 here. You only really need 1. I don't think I went into him in any of the games I played, but I liked having him there as an option just in case I need it. But yeah, let's look at the replays and I'll be talking more about the deck. So I believe the first 2 replays are going to be me using an older variant of the deck. I think this has like cards that I took out, mainly because I was testing a lot of things out with this deck. I didn't like the deck. I thought it was trash at first, but I wanted to give it a fair chance. So I kept using it and like, you know, changing up the ratios and all that. And yeah, I'll show you basic combo. Chamber Dragonmaid is going to search out the trap. The trap is a disrupt. We're going to go into Guard Dragon Pitsy. We're going to fusion summon Gaia, who Gaia is another disrupt. We're going to banish our Pitsy, special summon Darkness. Darkness is going to bring back Curse. And we're going to go into Heretic Seal. So if I pause real quick, we have 3 disrupts. Heretic Seal can bounce a card our opponent controls. Dragonmaid-To-Order can bounce a card our opponent controls. Gaia can destroy a card our opponent controls. And I think we're going to use every single one in his turn. So it's Fang's turn. They're going to summon Utopia card. We're just going to destroy it. We're going to summon another Utopia card to bounce it back to the hand. And Heretic Seal is going to special summon the Darkness from our deck. And yeah, end turn. It's our turn now. We still have 1 disrupt if we need it. Well, actually 2 disrupts because Gaia is alive again. Darkness Metal is going to special summon Chamber. Chamber is going to add the fusion spell. Now we're able to go into Yugioh. Yugioh is amazing. Omni Negate. Yeah, the duel is kind of looking a lot in our favor because we have an Omni Negate, we have a bounce, we have a destruction, and Dragonmaid Bind, or Dragon's Bind, I should say. I put this card in the deck at the time. I wanted to see if it was really good because it just stops your opponent from special summoning. I think that's incredibly powerful. It doesn't really work in our deck because our boss monsters are 2,600 attack and only 2,500. So I took it out of the deck after this replay. Alright, game number 2. Our opening hand is good because we have Dragon Shrine, Gateway, and Chamber. Gateway is going to always add the Gaia unless we don't need the Gaia in our hand and we need a level 5. Dragon Shrine is going to send 2 monsters. So I want to pause because I did a lot of testing, as I'll talk about. Dragon Shrine, if it sends a normal monster, you can send another dragon. So I was running at the time Cursed Dragons, which is a normal monster, just so I can have 2 monsters in my graveyard if I want to banish them for Fusion Summon. I ended up taking out Cursed Dragons because it's just a terrible card, doesn't really help the deck. And I don't need that additional card in my graveyard. Like, I'm able to win the duel with just what I have. Also, at the time I was running Soldier Gaia the Fierce Knight. It's not, I don't want to say it's a bad card, because it is. But it's just, we don't run it. It's not good enough. This is the only Gaia monster we need, simply because it just special summons a dragon from our graveyard. It actually gets our combos going. And I do want to say that I did misplay. I didn't make any disrupts. I can't stop my opponent at all. He's just going to go full ham. I don't have any pops. I don't have any bounces. So if our opponent kills us here, we just lose completely. But I'm going to spoil it. He doesn't kill us. Alright, our opponent's going to attack us with all of his monsters. And this is essentially his board. I'll break it down. He has Thunder Dragon Colossus, which can't be destroyed once because he has 1 Thunder monster in his graveyard, Nemesis. And we can't add anything from our deck to our hand. So that means Dragonmaid doesn't do anything. That means Galloping Gaia doesn't do anything. So we're kind of in a pickle. Also, Nightmare Unicorn can't be destroyed by card effects, so Raigeki's not going to destroy it. Our turn. Raigeki, destroy one of his monsters, force out his other banished destruction, whatever. He's going to do the Crystal Beasting bounce to field, so I don't know why he did that. It doesn't really matter. We're going to Fusion Summon our big dude. I'm going to pop his Colossus because I want to start getting my searches going. We're going to add a Cursed Dragons from our deck using a field spell. Normal summon Chamber. Chamber's going to add us a fusion spell. We're going to go into a fusion. And Cursed Dragons. So the reason I made this guy is because I want to get enough damage for a game. This guy allows me to add back the fusion spell from our graveyard, and we're also able to use our graveyard for a fusion summon. So that's what we're going to do. We're Banish 2, bring out Sky Galloping. This guy's not really that good either. What I should have made was another one of this dude, but I digress, it doesn't matter. Get attack for game. Alright, this is the 3rd replay, and our opening hand is terrible. I think we just pass. The only playable card we have in our hand is Infinite Imperm. That's the reason I didn't really do anything, because I want to be able to surprise my opponent like I do just now. We're going to negate Magician's Rod, and I believe that's the best normal summon in Dark Magician, so that's like, if you can negate it, you should. It's a very good negate. Catapult Turtle literally saves the day. If we didn't draw this card, we probably would have just lost right there. Galloping Gaia is going to get us a Gaia from our deck to our hand. Pretty cool. We're like, you know, we're searching through our deck a little bit. Spiral is going to allow us to fusion summon. We're going to go into Gaia. He's going to have 52 attack. Also, if he destroys a monster by battle, we can he gains attack and he can attack again or whatever, another monster. He did be at like, what, 70 something? He's even huge, 78. But we just go for good, so it doesn't matter. Alright, this is going to be the final replay. We're going 2nd, and our opponent's playing a very, very heavy combo deck. It's Adagnister. You may know what it does. Essentially what it does is it brings out this like Link 6 that can't be affected by anything, and he has 4k attack. I'm just going to be talking about my deck while he does his plays. Spoiler, we win. Our hand isn't bad. I think I really like Catapult Turtle as a starter because it gets you Curse, which gets you a fusion spell, or it gets you Galloping Gaia, which gets you like additional monsters. Besides that, this guy can literally special summon Gaia directly from your deck, who can just special summon a dragon directly from your graveyard. So we do have a couple plays. I do like this deck a lot. I do like Forbidden Droplets in the deck too. The main reason, as you'll see, it's the reason we won this duel. Not because it's an amazing effect that negates monsters and attacks, which it is, but also because you can kind of use it to trick your opponent, and you can make them waste stuff that they wouldn't have otherwise wasted. Regardless, let's start our plays. We're going to activate Galloping Gaia. We're going to reveal one of our Gaias. We're going to add a Dragon of Ice. Dragon of Ice doesn't do anything right away. It's just there just in case we need it. He's going to activate Infinite Imperm. This is why I said Forbidden Droplets is so good. Infinite Imperm is going to send our Cursed Dragons to the graveyard. Now, the reason that our monster's effect is not negated even though we activate Infinite Imperm is because Infinite Imperm can only negate a face-up effect monster. But if our monster is not on the field anymore, it's not face-up, what is he going to negate? Nothing? The air? So we can't really negate his big boss either because it's unaffected by everything. But, dude, I don't care. I'm going to fusion summon my big dude. My big dude's going to get even bigger, and we're just going to attack the big. That's it for this video. I hope you liked this video. Consider subscribing, commenting anything that you would change, or any suggestions, or just your thoughts in general. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, that's going to be it for this time. Have a great day or night, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.